Hello. Happy Hermit Day. It's almost hard for me to be seen today, as I think that with the Hermit card, we tend to assume there are certain things that go along with it. And I think that's part of the programming and association with that, just the word and the meaning behind the Hermit, is that we believe it is all about solitude. And it is, but I'm realizing it's so much more of an energetic solitude, and I am falling prey to the idea that the Hermit is a separation from everything and everything else besides myself. And there's this fine line of a dance that has to happen with the Hermit, where we have the understanding that there is absolutely no separation between myself and anything else. And then also I have to go into the place on the spectrum of all that is and find my own kind of space and peace in it. There's a practice that I do with my teacher. I'm part of, I'm a student in, I guess, clairvoyant meditation sort of circle here locally, and one of the practices that we do is putting ourselves in these situations, pretend kind of situations. We tell stories, and then we work on the aura fields that we are going to use. So with the Hermit, I really, such an energetic type of Hermit, right? Where we're able to kind of pull into that midline and practice the passion of the internal, if that makes sense. I'm still in this practice of preparation, so bear with me on this, and thank you, Pamela, for transcribing this ramble. So I chose Rachel's Hermit card to just kind of look at right today, because it looked like a celebration to me. There is something celebratory in the Hermit, and I'm kind of reaching for this because these next 7 cards, or these 7 cards that we're working with, are intense. It was really fun to come to consciousness. It's exciting. But now I have to kind of die. And they're intense. So the Hermit, it's sort of it can be a celebration of the self, and a celebration of why you go into sacred study and sacred work, and why you want to know yourself better. The Hermit is about getting to know yourself so fucking well that you illuminate self-realization, and it's like morphic resonance. Everybody else wants to know themselves that way. It's contagious. So when we go inside, it's not necessarily a place of darkness, right? Why does it have to be that? If it is, that's okay. We can go inside ourselves, and even as we're in the world, in the supermarket, or meeting with our kids' teachers, or doing the work that we do, and we can hold that vibe. We can hold the vibe of the Hermit, which is I am knowing myself right now so well that I can hold everything you're saying. I can hold whatever the world is saying, and it doesn't really penetrate any of my meditation at all. It doesn't come into my mind at all. I don't need it, but I can hold it because I'm the Hermit, and I'm a divine teacher. And I also was thinking about the difference between the High Priestess and the Hermit. They're in alignment, and I'm playing with how they work together, and it is such a different energy. There's different divinities behind each of those. You feel them. The Hermit feels masculine to me. It does, but I'm feminine, so it's okay. And the high priestess, she feels so feminine. So I kind of think that, you know, the hermit, the high priestess, does this magic from behind the veil. The hermit goes inside, not behind the veil, inside. But the whole purpose of that going inside is to be this light vibration into the world. So I want to read something that Annie Dillard wrote. In the book For the Time Being. Abbot Lot came to Abbot Joseph and said, Father, according as I am able, I keep my little rules and make my little fast, my prayer, meditation, and contemplative silence. And according as I am able, I strive to cleanse my heart of thoughts. Now what more should I do? The elder rose up and replied and stretched out his hands to heaven. His fingers became like 10 lamps of fire. He said, why not be totally changed into fire? The hermit, if we go in, I just wrote something about this. I've been sitting in my desktop and I'm not publishing any of my writing these days, really. Just sitting there. But it's about the fear of going into the darkness because I fear I won't cast light, because I fear I will cast shadow into the world. And Rachel says after this, and this was really my answer here, because I realized that this is a celebration of being able to go into this. Even if it's dark, it's a celebration. She says, unless we hold the light of love and passion, all our attempts at knowledge or meditation or sacred truth become a lantern that gives off no illumination, no warmth on that lonely mountaintop. We must become the images. We must turn ourselves into the fire. So we have to go in and allow the visions to come to us, and then we have to become those visions. We have to become this wildfire of wisdom that we find within ourselves. We can't just know it, like the high priestess. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think that's it for the hermit. And I want you to write your hermit story. Just write your hermit story. I'm not going to give you a prompt about it. What is your hermit story? Where do you go? What is the terrain? What is the flame that you know you must become? I guess I did give you prompts. I lied. So thank you.